We're starting now to talk about the phase which we consider as the initiation of the motion, the beginning of the movement. Therefore, I would like to emphasize that, first of all, each of the phases is describing one motion from within a whole motion. Each of the phases, each of the elements is describing a certain quality that is part of the whole, the Tao. And the second is that in each of the phases, we will find later on all five of them. So in every element, which is representing some kind of motion, there is simultaneously an existence of all the other four within it. So the first phase that we're going to discuss is the wood phase. When I look into the character mu, representing wood, I can see this central element, which is the stem, which is straight and direct. It is vertical. And also on top I can see all the branches, and on the bottom I can see the roots of it, which are well grounded into the ground. The stem is rising from the lowest position up to the highest position, and later on we will see how it is equivalent to the channel of the liver, the gun. So the meaning of the character is a wood which is growing high and rooted to the ground. The connecting motion is coming from the water, and it is spreading towards the heaven, to the fire. A tree has to be rooted in the depth of the earth in order to be able to nourish the leaves, the stems, the branches. A tree needs to be organized in order to have communication between the roots to the leaves. In the symbol of the five, we will see the wood in the young, in the active, in the beginning, in the initial, where the yuan emanation resides, in the east. It is in the morning time, the early rising morning, the starting of the day. Suwen chapter 2 is talking about the four seasons, the four qualities of qi that are representing each one of the seasons. And as you've seen, the months of the spring are called spring, forth, and display. Presenting forward, the character Fa is also a description of the potential, the power of the spring, and the importance of regulating that power, all the tension that is there. It's important to remember that the foundation to all this flourishing is rooted in the winter time. So like we said, if the winter was not rainy enough, not cold enough, that there will be no room for this breakthrough forward. The water will not nourish the wood. In the human, we're talking about childhood, about a baby, about puberty. We're talking about power of leadership, decisiveness, visionary creativity, making progress for the future. We're talking about flexibility, openness, and so on and so on. As we will proceed, we will see them manifest. All these and many others are many forms that the qi of the wood phase is wearing. So now we're going to present the chapter of Suwen 4, about the four seasons, the four qualities, the four essences of qi. It is telling us that the natural green aspect of the eastern quarter penetrates and spreads to the liver. It opens its orifice at the eye. It stores the essence in the liver. Its disturbance is indicated by starting and trembling. Its taste is acid. Its own species is grass and wood. Its domestic animal is the cock. Its cereal is wheat. First of all, green is the color of the spring. It's very natural association to make. It's also a name for the alchemist's stone, some kind of a bluish, greenish kind of color. It's also the color of the emanation yuan.